Hi everyone and welcome to my week 36 update. So I am back from my vacation. I've had a nice week away in America and I'm fully relaxed, or at least I hope I'm fully relaxed anyway. And I've also got myself some decent trainers that I can jog in. So fingers crossed that my knee problems and the shin problems that I've had from the walking and jogging that I was doing before will go away. I've still got a bit of pain, but it's not as bad as it once was. So I've been dreading making this video, if I'm honest with you. It's been difficult, and I've been reflecting on my diabetes journey so far and my success on the NHS Path to Remission program. I had an appointment with my diabetes nurse was a few days ago now, and I was talking through with her, and I have come to the conclusion that the NHS Path to Remission program isn't suitable for me in my current it's not suitable for me the way I am. I've said it. It's not suitable, and that's not to say that it's not suitable for everyone. It's just the support that I'm getting from the staff. It just isn't what I need in my life right now. And I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to paraphrase everything that I've said. So, the Path to Remission program is a 12-week, in essence, soup and shake diet. That was how it was originally branded, but it's basically a zero-carb diet. And that is a combination of either soups or shakes. There are some companies that offer like chili con carne pouches and porridge pouches and stuff like that. Some of the other companies even offer small things like cheat days. And the company I used was a company called Zyla Health, and they basically offered you through their company pouches of either soups or shakes. And I did that for 12 weeks. I had a couple of slip-ups, but in the grand scheme of things, it was fine, and I lost a shed load of weight, best part of 20 kilos, and I was really happy. And then I went on a food reintroduction phase where basically you start weaning yourself off of the shakes and back onto like normal food, in my case solid food, and that was fine. And then I went on vacation and I had my slip up in America, holiday blowout, and I felt really bad about it, and my mental health doubled down. It's like, well, if you've eaten, carry on eating. So I did, and from that I went back to Zyla Health and I said, right, okay, you can do, I think they called it the reset plan, which is another 6 or 7 weeks of basically back on the shakes. But by that point my mental health was in a place where it's like, you're on this, you've got more shakes, but you're so used to eating food, are you going to be taking the shakes seriously? And my reality was I was having the shakes and I didn't feel as bad about snacking, and the weight didn't come off the way it did. In the meantime, I'm having these sessions with my coaches, and they are all right, how are you feeling? How is everything? Blah, 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 blah. Have you had any symptoms? Has anything changed? Is there anything you want to talk about? And my brain is saying, yeah, I'm struggling. But because I didn't have a connection with my coach, because it was literally several weeks apart between every time I spoke to them, and it'd have to be a different person that I'd speak to. Now, it's not always the case. I have had, during the first 12 weeks, I did have a consistent coach, but then I've been bounced around from coach to coach to coach. And I didn't have that connection, and I didn't have that support. And I got to the point where it's like, why am I even doing this? I'm struggling, and I can't even admit to my coach that I'm struggling because I don't. My brain won't allow me to. And yeah, my weight has gone back up. I'm nowhere near what I was when I first started this program, but I suspect my potential remission has disappeared. I'm waiting for my blood test results. So that was difficult for me to say. I'm not saying I've wasted the last 10 months, not at all. I've learnt a lot, and I've learnt a lot about me as well. But I've been struggling to come to terms with the fact that I perhaps feel like a failure because I couldn't stick to the program. Now, what does that mean for me? And I haven't written any notes for this video. I'm just like riffing it, as you can probably tell. So, the conversation I had with my diabetes nurse went like this. I'm going to stay with the program for the rest of the year. So I'm going to finish off the 12 months, and I'm going to use all of the resources I have. And sorry, back to Xyla for Health. Sorry, I'm ping-ponging around. Back to the Xyla Health, and if you remember back to, I think, like my first week, or perhaps even my second, like third video that I did on this Super Shake diet, I showed you the app, and the app has a lot of learning resources on it. But for me, those resources are hidden behind lessons, and each lesson unlocks every 3 or 4 weeks or so. And you go into the lessons, and it's basically on your phone, and you're reading through it, and you're reading through it, and you're reading through it, and then you answer a couple of questions, and then you read through it, and then you hit finish, and that's it. There is nothing engaging about it. There is no hook. One of the suggestions I've given to them was, could this be in some form of like audiobook format, some form of podcast that I could listen to while I'm driving, something that I could actually engage rather than just having it on your phone. And I know we're all like, let's be honest, we're all looking at our phones on the toilets or whatever in bed, and a phone is not a decent tool for learning from, in my opinion. It's a good resource to have. It's something you go, oh, who wrote this song and blah 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 blah, quick Google, oh, it was this. To actually sit and engage and watch like little videos and animations and then multiple choice click on the phone isn't for me. Now there may well be an app for the iPad, there may well be a PC alternative or a Mac alternative that you could use, but I would benefit from actually a video or some class for what it's worth. And I appreciate the whole point of an app is it can be the same experience for everyone. Bish bash bosh, here you go, everyone have access to this resource, great. But for me, I just didn't engage with it, and I would rather have had some form of as I said, some form of interactive learning where I can give like vocal feedback, or I can actually hear someone, I can engage with someone rather than engaging with my phone. And I'm not saying that's the whole reason I fell off the program, not at all. As I said, I had issues, I slipped up, and then I just continued to slip up over my own banana skin. I just wish that it had been more engaging, and that's not to say that other providers aren't more engaging. As I said, my experiences were just with this one company. I was asked if I'd go back on the program, and I said yes, I would consider it, but definitely not yet, because my life is getting in the way of everything. And for me, getting rid of diabetes is one of my highest priorities in my life. It's just not through this program. And I'll tell you why. I can go on the internet now and I could buy the same products that I've been on, and I could do the same diet tomorrow, just without the coach's support. And obviously this is external to the NHS, so do so at your own risk. And 12 weeks down, following this diet, I could lose, I don't know, 5-10% of my body weight. But that's not good enough. I need to pair that with the real world. I need to pair that with going to the gym, to socialising, to going to work, and being around my family and being around my friends. And I appreciate the whole point of those 12 weeks is a short, sharp shock to get your HbA1c levels down, and basically factory reset your blood glucose. And I will probably do that either, I was going to say late this year, but you've got Christmas coming up, so I could perhaps do that for 6 weeks and reduce it, and then perhaps start again in January outside of the NHS. But what I really wanted was some help in the physical side of losing weight, as in the exercise. And every avenue I've pursued through the NHS, I've just hit a brick wall. And again, with Xyla Health, they're not interested. It's not something they can do. And I found that really strange. It's like, if you're paying out for a program to help people get their diabetes into remission, their physical health is a significant aspect of that as well. It is. You've got to, if you can, everyone can sit and not eat for 12 weeks by being on these shakes, but if you're not going to move, then you're not going to improve. You're just going to lose weight, but you're not going to get any of the physical benefits from it. Your fitness isn't going to get any better directly. Yes, you'll be lighter and your body will be able to move better, but if you're not going to move better, then it's not going to make any difference. So that is going to be where I'm going. I'm going to work more on my physical fitness. As I said, I'm trying to do a park run, and I've still got that ambition for the next few weeks. And I'm going to look into gym memberships. And I remember a few years ago, gym membership might be 25, 30 quid, but the gyms around me are like 50, 60 quid a month now. And yeah, that's not a huge amount in the grand scheme of things compared to what I used to spend on takeaways. And if I eat healthy, then obviously I won't be spending as much money on crappy food, and then I'll save that money that way. But I appreciate that some people can't afford it. So I bought these shoes. I'm going to start pounding the pavements outside. And my next video, I'm actually going to be in Stockholm for a week with work. As you can see, I'm inside a hotel room right now. I'm flying tomorrow. So it all starts today. I'm not fully ditching this Path to Remission program. I'm just going to use what I can from it, and I will make sure that I continue to share my diabetes journey with you, because that is an important part of this YouTube channel. For me, it's not just me sharing with you how I'm doing, it's me sharing with me how I'm doing. I'm documenting it for myself. I'm holding myself accountable. And as I said, I've been dreading making this video, but this is me holding my hands up saying, yeah, I screwed up, and I'm not trying to defer all the blame onto the partner. I realise a lot of it sits with me. And oh yeah, that was it. So talking to the nurse about all these, I want to say problems, these issues I had with the Path to Remission program, how I wasn't engaging, and I was advised that of course there are other ways that I can seek help. So there's charities like Overeaters Anonymous that I can reach out to. I can put counselling sessions with. There's Live Life Better Derbyshire, and I can refer myself to that. That's all voluntary, as in I have to do it myself. They can't refer me, I have to do it myself. And apparently if I do that, I'm going to potentially be entitled to a few weeks of gym membership, like 12 weeks. And I'm thinking, as a start, let's do something like that. Let's do things in parallel. I've always been someone who's, I will stay the course and I will do this, but it's like, why am I just tying myself down to one thing? Let's do more. Let's exercise personally as I go outside walking while the weather's still reasonable. Let's finish this NHS Path to Remission program that I'm on. But I'm now going to look at signing myself up to Live Life Better and seeing what I can get from them. Because ultimately the biggest picture is, let's lose weight and get my diabetes into remission. And I remember at the beginning I said, this is to avoid all the nasty side effects that diabetes can have in later life, and I sure as hell don't want to go through that. I don't want to have my feet amputated or worse. So I haven't given up. I am changing my approach significantly, and the first is admitting to you that I have had an issue, and I'm sharing this with you so that you are aware that if you are going through something similar, you know it's not just you. This happens to other people. And I think I said a while ago that I'd seen some other people who had been on the Path to Remission program and they've fallen off the rails, similar to me. So I still have a few weeks left. I still have, so I think it's about 13-14 weeks left in this Path to Remission program. So let's see where my stats are at the end of the year, and at the end of the 12 months in the program, so that'll be mid-Jan. So I've still got a little bit of time left. It's still October, so 2.5 months to go, 3 months to go. I hope you're all okay, and I appreciate you all watching this. If you are still watching to the end, it means a lot to me, and I will see you on the next video where I'll be in Stockholm. Take care everyone, see you soon.